What's up everyone, Tommy from Pizarro's Pieces. I went to a couple of boot sales at the weekend, so let's have a look at what I found. Going on everyone, welcome back. So I did get to 2 boot sales on Sunday. Unfortunately I wasn't able to put a video out because when I got back I was pretty much out for the rest of the day, so by the time I would have done a video, edited it and everything, it would have been too late anyway. So I'm currently off work for just over a week, so it gives me a bit of time to get a video out. Yeah, so I got to a couple of boot sales on Sunday morning, pretty late. I got there about to the first one about 7:30, which is 7:15, which is late for boot sales terms, but this one don't really open till about 7 anyway. So I found quite a few bits now. I've bagged these up separately currently because I'm putting them out to sell. So the first thing I found was I found a load of like 70s Fisher Price Adventure People figures. Some of them are in sort of not great nick, but some of them are like quite hard to find. So we got some, like I said, I bagged them up. We've got like a C set here with a guy and a girl and like a sled and all that. And then we've just got a mixed bag of figures here, all sort of in various conditions, mixed in with a couple of Tonka ones. So like I said, so I paid £3 for the lot, but probably the best find out of all of them was this one. Which is like a deep sea diver who comes with like an octopus. So I've done a bit of research and goes for sort of between £20 and £30, so I was quite pleased with that. Like I said, I've sort of just bagged these up to get prepped for selling. So on the stall opposite that, I noticed some vintage Star Wars figures. So I sort of went over there. He had them sort of all lined up, Star Wars mixed in with modern Star Wars as well, Power of the Force figures. There's nothing great here, to be honest with you, but there's a little bit of money to be made. So I've got, there's a Han Solo, a Leia, a Luke, a Chewbacca, and I don't even know which one that is, one of the robots. I said I've got them all in the bags at the minute. I paid, I think it was £6 for the bag. So I spoke to, and there's a coat in there, but that doesn't belong to any of them actually. So yeah, I mean, these are probably worth £3 or £4 each. There's nothing, like I say, they're not anything super special. So moving on, another couple of nice little finds here. I paid 30p each for these. We've got a Galaxy Rangers annual, which I've already sold to one of my friends, and I've got a nice condition Transformers annual here. What's this? Oh, there's something in here that's not meant to be. Oh, what we got here? Got some sort of Nintendo manual. That was obviously not meant to be in there, but oh, one of the pages has come out, it looks like. But hey, 30p, it's a nice cover. Transformers annual, they were 30p each. Then I came across this. This was again a pretty nice find. It does need a clean, but you don't obviously often see things like this, things like these at the boot sale. So this is a, I think, I'm not entirely sure what it is. It takes batteries. I haven't tested it yet, but it's a Godzilla. I think it might be one of them sort of room guard things. So if you step too near it, it might go off. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a pretty cool. I mean, it's the Godzilla '98. I'm not the biggest fan of that particular film, but there are people out there that like these sort of things. I've got a couple of Godzilla '98 bits here on in my collection. It needs a really good clean. It's filthy actually. It's really dusty. I paid £4 for that. The guy wanted 5. I said, will you take 4? I've not done really any research on it, but the '98 Godzilla stuff normally goes for pretty good money. So I reckon it's probably worth about £15, maybe even more. So I was pretty pleased with that. And then I think that was pretty much it from that boot sale. So I went to another boot sale. Let me just get all the bits up in there. So I was walking around this other boot sale for quite a while, and I managed to stumble across a bin, a figure bin. They were 20p each. It had a label on the front, 20p each. But at the top of the bin, normally you sort of look here and you might be a bit interested. You can tell by what's in there, rather than wasting your time and digging. Sometimes it's baby toys and stuff. But I see this guy at the very top, WWF Hasbro, the Texas Tornado. So I thought there's probably some nice toys in there. So I carried on going. Like I said, these were 20p each. So we've got a Biker Mice from Mars figure there. We've got a Captain Jack Sparrow figure there. Not the best of conditions, but I say 20p each. I also picked up a Fantastic Four Thing figure from Toy Biz in really good nick. 2003 is this? I think this is the Hulk movie figure. Again, really good condition. So clearly I was the first person to have got to this bin, because as soon as I left, other people started going through it. We've got a Toy Biz Storm figure. She's missing her cape, but 20p. Got a Galoob WCW Lex Luger figure. And then we've got some more Hasbros here. We've got one of the Nasty Boys. I've got Bret the Hitman Hart, who's not in bad condition. Unfortunately, the paint on his vest has started going. Got Bam Bam Bigelow, who's in really good nick. All his tattoos are there. His action still works. He's a bit dirty, he needs a good clean. And then last but not least, we've got the Ultimate Warrior with the press slam, who always, for some reason, seems to have nose rub on him. Again, though, 20p each. Personally, guys, I think that was a great find. I mean, Bam Bam Bigelow goes for sort of between £6 and £8. So, and a few of these will end up in a £3 bin, but some are obviously probably worth a little bit more. I think the Hulk's probably worth about a £5. I've done a bit of research. The Thing's worth a bit more than that. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. I also picked up these two little Venoms, 25p each. And looking at my Venom collection, which is behind the camera, I do not believe I've got these. So I think this is 2013 Hasbro. Is this maybe an Imaginex? Is it Imaginex Venom? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just looking now, and I definitely do not have him, because I've got a little collection of small Venom figures, and I do not have him, and I do not have this guy either. So to get two miniature Venoms off the same person for 50p for the two, I'm really pleased with that. Again, this is going to be this is 2006 Hasbro. So yeah, two little Venoms. So I managed to pick a little something up for myself. This I've already sold to one of my friends. It was random in a little basket on the front of a stall, which they were selling sort of stuff that I've normally just walked straight past, but I happened to walk past and see this. I recognised straight away that it was a G.I. Joe figure, G.I. Joe Action Force figure. And this is a 1984 Baroness figure. And the woman said to me, I said, how much? And she said 50p for Michael Jackson. I just laughed. I don't know if you guys think the Baroness looks like Michael Jackson. But yeah, I've already sold that. You know, these sort of go for around £15. So I've sold this to one of my friends. It's in really good condition, obviously no weapons. So I've sold this to my friend Rob, who you guys will know from my G.I. Joe Action Force videos, Rob of Robbo Toys. So moving on, I picked this up for £1, untested, but for £1 I wasn't too bothered. It came in a really nice box. So this is the Big Track Junior. They obviously did, there was an 80s version of the Big Track, which was in a much bigger box, which goes for decent money. I've looked, and these sell for between £15 and £20, surprisingly. Again, like I said, untested at this present moment. I haven't had time to test the electronic side of the things that I bought. But like I said, guys, for £1, I'm not gonna complain. So, and then last but not least, again, this is I've gone with just instinct. I wasn't going to sit on the stall and start checking if everything was there. I asked the woman, it's been sellotaped around the side, I asked the woman if it was complete, and she said yes. So I just gone with it. It cost me £2. This is like an 80s MB on Milton Bradley's game. This is Hotels. I've done a little bit of research, and complete it goes for around £20. So, but this is sort of an eBay job. This ain't. This is very unlikely that I'd sell something like this at a toy show or Comic Con or anything. So it'll probably go on eBay, but for a couple of quid, I'm not complaining. So guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. A pretty a pretty decent morning, to be honest with you, considering I never got there till 7:15, and then I got to the second boot sale about 8 o'clock. Still nice to find 80s and 90s toys out there. They're still out there. I mean, even 70s toys. I'm surprised no one picked these up. Fisher Price adventure people, some of them go for good money. So guys, that's it pretty much till the next video. If you ain't subscribing, please consider to do so. Don't forget, I am on all social media, links are below. So guys, until the next video, enjoy the weather and enjoy the World Cup. Come on England, just beat Colombia yesterday, we can do it, football's coming home. Guys, I'll see you then.